Against this right back, Charlie.
Am I live? Of course I'm live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and in some cases, good night. Above my head, you can see it's Chelsea against Manchester City, where the opening weekend of Premier League fixtures are concerned. And we're off to a firecracker. Extra, pleasant greetings to those teams who have got 3 points. Arsenal did their job against Wolves. I would say, obviously, people, I've watched Arsenal versus Wolves, and naturally, it's always nice when we get 3 points. But the game I've enjoyed the most since the season started, not that there's many to go off, would actually be what we just saw between Brentford and Crystal Palace. I can't lie, it was quite the game. Eze scored an early goal of the season contender, and it was ruled out for a foul, really. And that must have hurt, man. That was a serious one. Where were you last night, DG? Oh, sorry, yesterday, DG. Yeah, man. Rare day off. We're back. Hey, man, what happened yesterday? Did you go to the stadium? No. I did brief you lot that yesterday I'd be MIA. We're back now. And I was actually watching it en route to where I was going. I was watching the game in the motive. I was watching the game. And yeah, man, big up Kai Havertz and the star boy Bukayo Saka. Timber looked good off the bench. I personally felt in the second half, obviously it's nice to get that second goal and confirm the 3 points. I feel it was I feel we would have been more happier with the first half than the second half. I think evidently you could see, that other players don't really have minutes in their legs. You could see players begin to cramp. It seemed like we was going through the motions. First half, I did like the way we pressed. Evidently, I like the goal from Kai Havertz just because the more he can score, the more he holds his name in high regards, especially where potentially signing a striker is concerned. It's fuel to the fire. Every time Kai Havertz scores, with it being the transfer window at the moment, people are going to say, do we need a forward? And I think, yes, I continue doing what you're doing. Gabriel Jesus would love to see you get some opportunities and do that, really, and still bring in a striker. I think we need a 9 in the winger. Bro, we missed you yesterday. I'm back, man. I'm back. I appreciate the love. Love for the love. Word to Turkish, man. I appreciate it. I think I always downplay that, man. So, yeah, big up to you. Afternoon, man. Hope you stay blessed as well. We're back, man, and hopefully it's a good game of football. Now, I'm sure you would have seen Pep Guardiola's comments, people, ever so slightly, I believe, taken out of context. But, you look at the way Pep Guardiola spoke about your stamina and motivation in May. You would have seen the comments that came out yesterday and saying that I don't really have the motivation to win the Premier League. If the world was fair and we can take words for exactly what they mean, then that's springing Arsenal's step really to win this league. We all know with Pep Guardiola, that's just elite mind games. Thomas Partey was brilliant in the first half, an hour, but after that he looked awful. And that's what I mean. You can start to see that kind of thing creep in. For Partey, though, I mean, naturally, I think that could have been a thing because it's been a bit of a mixed pre-season for him. He's got a lot of minutes, and then there was a couple of times, either against United or Liverpool, I thought, he's on the bench. Why so? But yeah, even Declan Rice, second half, got a bit of a cramp or whenever it was before he came off, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, man, I think Timber looked good in the minutes he played. I think Timber looked good, and to quote Arsene Wenger, it's like a new signing. As I said, I like the press. Don't get twisted. I think it was a low-key affair, but Wolves, to a degree, gave as good as they got. They had 1-2 chances. They were minimal. I think we had like 6 shots on target. Got the 2 goals, got the 3 points. Not expecting us to be perfect, but naturally could have done better, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, man, 3 points on the board. We move to Aston Villa away next Saturday. I've missed one watch along and I've already forgotten the schedule, people. But yeah, watch along business where Arsenal is concerned. We're back on Saturday. Where this game's concerned, please keep your thoughts coming. Smash the like button, and hopefully it's a good game of football. Now I'm conflicted. Of course, anytime Chelsea play, much like all the quote-unquote rivals, I want them to lose 1,000,000%. And I can't go as far as to say I want them to win. Some of you can't say anything because remember last season, some of you were cheering on Spurs, so I haven't forgotten. Now, but at the same time, the more City drop points, the better. Realistically, as much as we can talk about what Arsenal need to do on and off the field and other teams, I think City have crossed that territory in that. unless you can win and get maximum points from the 38 games, you need to hope these guys lose week in, week out, unfortunately. I wouldn't say it's an experimental lineup from them, but I think, I didn't expect to see Salvinho start. And I don't know why I've got Munoz there, people. Actually, let me fix that up quickly. Munoz definitely shouldn't be there. I've missed one out. I can't lie, I was rushing to get sorted, people. I'm recovering and I've slightly lost my voice. We've got 4 minutes until kickoff, people. Obviously, Haaland is playing instead of Mr. Munoz. Let me reopen Photoshop. Thomas has a way to go to regain his usual rhythm and confidence. Fairly solid for 60 minutes. Then he started to drag. There you have it. And I would say that's the annoying thing beyond the obvious I have with Thomas Partey. But I guess considering who Partey is and the injuries, it does affect your fitness, especially when you look sharp, because he does strike you as kind of one of those players. He needs to quote unquote have a run in the team and play a lot of games, and then he gets up to full fitness, and there's times he looks really good. Obviously, with this probably going to be Thomas Partey's last season for Arsenal, I would say he's been a quality player, but I think there's two things. I think, you think of Thomas Partey, you've all probably said it at your computer screens or whatever you're watching this, injuries. And then I also feel when fit, he's been good a lot of the time at Arsenal, but how many times has he been great? There's been many a great game from Partey, but it is a handful. And for someone of Thomas Partey's ability, we'll be here all day. It's not the same, but we'll be here all day talking about the good games Saka's played in, like the great games. We'll be here all day, whether he scored or not. Partey, you remember, there's obviously been others, but I remember the North London derby at the Emirates, for example. I remember for me when he looked like a real player. Do you remember when we had the white away shirt? I think him and El Nene partnered each other at Old Trafford. So, yeah, man, it's looking peak where he's concerned, man. But let's get Haaland in there. I must admit, you can't draw too many conclusions, but I did look at our FPL league people, and I think there's like 300, 400 people there. And this is before today's fixtures. I just want to say I saw myself in the top 4. That's probably the only time it's going to be there. So, yeah, man, you lot step your games up, man. Step your games up. Way. So it is where it is. Thomas' skill level is pretty much similar to Declan, Saka, Saliba, and Odegaard, but too much injuries. And that's where the sheg is, injuries. Because again, it's just a merry-go-round where Thomas Partey is concerned, man. You look good, you fit, get injured, and he's clearly a good player. He's clearly a good player. We could all use our eyes and say that, but we should be looking at him in a lot higher regards. And again, I couldn't tell you how many games he played for Arsenal, but he's definitely in and around the 100 mark. But even that, it's probably 100 and some change. Like, I'll be surprised if he's played 120 times for Arsenal Football Club. Now, considering we signed him, just shy of 4 years ago, did we not sign him in 2020? Where are we at with that? And you look at the running last season, when it was crunch time and we were trying to win the league, the minute it was on for Arteta, he started Partey. So that tells you how big he views him. What's the FPL league called, DG? Give me a second and I'll actually just share the link with you, or the code or whatever, because I know some of you say that it's weird. FPL's weird. It says some of you say the code works, some of you say the email works, just as long as you get there. DG Nation League. Oh, right, I'm 84th now. Well, that was a short-lived one, wasn't it? 84th. I'll have that. If I can finish in the top 100, 57 points. I'm kind of messed. Salah did the business. Saka did the business. Chris Wood, did the business. Hey, I'm lit. We need to stay focused, though, people. Kickoff is imminent. Let me actually complete what I said I'm here to do, and that's get you the link. Invite people to join this league. Copy the auto link. There you have that, people. So, yeah, kickoff is imminent. It's Chelsea against City. It's Chelsea at the Bridge. And for Kevin De Bruyne, that's an important fixture, man. If you're him and Salah, this is beyond the obvious. This is probably one of the games you want to turn up for every game, because for whatever reason, they got rid of you. Anyways, the kickoffs happen. It looks a bit misty considering it's a sunny day. I don't know what's going on in southwest London. But yeah, the game's kicked off. Haaland wins the header. And Cucurella, who is a Euro 2024 champion, I'm sure everybody is waiting until he gets cooked to use that little video he's got where he's singing his own chant against him. When I see Cucurella now, it just shows you how much football's a funny old game of opinions, because Ben Chilwell, whatever you say about him, has won the Champions League, I'm sure, at Chelsea. Pardon me. Cucurella can obviously play as an inverted fullback, and Chilwell's days are numbered. The manager's come out and said he thinks it's best that Chilwell finds a club who's been linked with United. I haven't read it all, but Raheem Sterling's reps have even come out and questioned why he's been left out of the squad. And maybe that's the new thing, really and truly. We're seeing a lot of players this week left out of the squads. It's not the same, but Mikel Moreno, just because he linked with Arsenal, Sterling, technically Kivior. There's definitely been a couple of others. Sancho, Ivan Toney today. Thomas Frank spoken about it. Rico Lewis could be in here. He's delivered across. To be fair, he's done well to get something on it, but literally something on it was going off. Valiant effort by the young man. Rico Lewis, one of my most favorable players outside of Arsenal. I like him a lot, man, and I want to see what his career entails because we live in a day and age where people say Trent can play in midfield, and that's shameless. That Pep Guardiola never got. I mean, Mikel Arteta never got that. You see in Sky Sports when it puts your honours, said he won the treble as an assistant. I hear it, you know. I defo hear it. Like, you know, Pep didn't do it alone, but that's shameless. Never have I seen Mikel Arteta when they look at achievements, even before he won the FA Cup, as a Premier League assistant, winning gaffer or assistant coach. That is shameless from Sky Sports. That completely threw me. That's crazy, man. James is suspended and injured. We got 2-2 predictions. If Chilwell could stay healthy, he's been linked with United. That could be one from Chilwell's another one. Quite a few players have been left out squads. Where does Ivan Toney go though? Like, you never know. Football's weird. I reckon he goes to another Premier League team. I thought Spurs would have been nailed on for him. Obviously, they've just spent 65 million on Solanke. I thought United. I didn't. Obviously, some of you were there. I used to say it before they got Xerxes. Not that he was a worse signing, but you had Højlund, who's a young striker, and you still got one with Xerxes. He can play everywhere. Tony's an experienced head that can ease the burden on their shoulders. Who knows? Quite a few players have played for Chelsea and City now, isn't it, people? Let's have a bit of a quiz. Raheem Sterling. I want to say Cucurella, you know. No, I'm capping you. Is that Brighton? I don't know why I keep thinking he used to play for City, but what? Raheem Sterling, Lavia, Cole Palmer, who's out there today. There's definitely a couple more. Frank Lampard, technically. Cucurella's giving the ball away. It's a bit of a scruffy start for both teams, man. Enzo Fernandez done very well to keep possession. I don't even want to praise them, man, there for the obvious. You know, we saw what come out over the summer and he's ended up becoming vice captain. But hey, right on brand there, isn't it? Big up yourself, Jordan. Ivan Toney was benched by Frank towards the end of last season too. There was also that maybe it could be dealing with, and again, you're right, that could be maybe dealing with the fact that he's going to leave one day and just preparing for it. There could have been something more imminent. It could have been down to form because I know Tony, when he came back from that ban, he started well and then he quickly kind of was forgotten about, really. But yeah, Kovacic, another one. Yeah, Kovacic. I still maintain we should have got Kovacic from City. Speaking of City, Erling Haaland, Jeremy Doku. Kai Havertz turned up today. Oh, Doku, oh Lord. What kind of cross was that? You're better than that. Professional footballer. And an attacking player at that. Well, Kai Havertz found the back of the net this week. That's all I know. Haaland, Moss, and Nkunku agendas. Now that you're fit and playing for Chelsea, agendas. How much did they buy him for? In fact, it's not funny dissing Chelsea about money anymore. It's kind of boring. Like, everybody costs a lot of money. My Chelsea supporting friends have accepted it. Hope Arsenal will do such. I think we're going to get linked with Raheem Sterling, man. Christopher Nkunku, could he be in here? He's got a lot to do. He's up against the young Rico Lewis. Nkunku, if he can stay fit, he's a player. Rico Lewis has done very well to get a touch on that. Nkunku's wrestled it back for him, but that was a good bit of defending by the young lad. Lavia against his old team. Wearing my number, I thought he was going to hit it. But hey, I've never seen Lavia do that. Cole Palmer. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and he might not be this Cole Palmer had he not have went to Chelsea and played on a regular basis, but one must think, like, City, why did you let him go? We all know why he let him go. He wanted to play football and the move's been backed up. He's playing off the right today. I wonder how long he plays off that right. In the modern day, you look at Foden, he's played a lot of times out wide. It seems to be a thing. But for me, I think Cole Palmer will cook in the 10 and the 8, man. He's so good in the pockets. And the one thing I like about Cole Palmer, beyond the obvious, you've got all the ability in the world. He believes in himself, man. Like, he's proper with it. We just want to sing the Cucurella song. Big up yourself, American Gunner, a.k.a. Gooner. Hope you're doing well, man. You want to buy Sterling? I can understand the links. I don't want Sterling for Arsenal. I can just see it happening because one thing that will be said is the same thing that obviously Odegaard was a baller and more so about Kai Havertz, but people think Mikel Arteta can turn everything to gold. And Raheem Sterling is an experienced Premier League player, is a Premier League winner, he is versatile. And if you dumb down the game for Sterling, he's one of them high volume players that you can move with. He'll do the same thing a million times. You just need it to work twice. At City, all you saw off that channel, where he makes that run from out to in off that channel, put the ball in behind, make it stupid for him, make it almost impossible for Raheem Sterling to miss. Which is crazy because he's got an okay goal scoring record, but I don't think anyone would describe Raheem Sterling as clinical. And if Sterling does leave Chelsea, where does he go, people? Because he will get linked with Prem clubs. For Arsenal, boy, I mean, boy, I don't know, because only on like 300 grand a week. Chelsea are gonna want some fees, 29 as well. You know, I'm not one of those guys waffles about players' age, but there is that to consider. Not too much longevity, something that spending the bag on someone like Declan Rice and Kai Havertz do provide. Really, what Kai's in his mid-20s, been around forever. Levi Colwill. Lavia's a baller, but another one. If you and Nkunku could stay fit, Chelsea actually got a decent team, man, on paper. I hope this manager's rubbed, man, but these guys that have come out of the Pep Guardiola school of thought, you never know, man. Got so bored, he just made his own rivals. It's crazy. Get the likes up, tell them again. I'm good, Jojo. One love, man. No. I'm just a prince of the people, man. Tony was the betting scandal. I would like to know from a footballing point of view, because when he's linked with Arsenal and some other clubs, but only on the club I support, you do see the Athletic and all of them say they're not convinced on Ivan Toney's profile. What does that mean if, like, from a footballing point of view? Yes, you've got to consider how he might be perceived and good and bad attitude and all of that jazz, that unless you have a conversation with the man, really, and obviously the true form of you is how other people speak about you. But unless you speak to them, a man or a woman, you don't know what they're like as a person. But from a footballing point of view, there was a big point made last season that when you took away penalties, which, you know, they're vital, really. People say Cole Palmer can't bag goals without pens, but it's got to have ability to do a thing. Speaking of doing a thing, it could be in here. Bernardo Silva, surely that ends up in the corner. That was a good move from Man City against Chelsea. Apologies. Seems like, you know, Pep Guardiola really rates the Salvino guy, man, because normally it takes him forever to play his new signings. Pardon me, Sean Wright Phillips, yeah. Boy, Shax, you're moving mad with that. Surely the keeper Sanchez was fouled there. You think he was? You're moving mad with that, but yeah, that was a bit crazy from what's his name, Mascarella or something like that. He should have been sent off, really. Enzo Fernandez marking Haaland. I mean, them Argentine, man, they got mentality, but like from a physical point of view, a matchup, but hey, Haaland really wants it. It's peak. Cole Palmer's done well. Caicedo, who, like all footballers, I think he's, as much as I banter him, he's actually a victim of the system. That's a very good pass by Enzo Fernandez to Gusto. Gusto is better than that. His final delivery is better than that. And I reckon he wish he could have done better than that, because maybe Chelsea could have made City pay for that. Instead, they have a consolation prize of a corner kick. Gusto's lit, man. You would have seen the vids from the Leon days on him. He's actually a good player. And you know what? It's bad, man. But when he signed for Chelsea, Jackson's hit over, I believe. Apologies, Fifana. Won't be in that position too many times. Not to be bad, man, but if you're Gusto and you're signed for Chelsea, people would have said at the time, there's Chilwell, he was playing, there's obviously Reece James, and when Reece James is fit, he's a vital piece of the puzzle. Keyword, when he is fit. But if you were Gusto, beyond the obvious of wanting to sign for Chelsea and whatever they've told you and living in London and earning good wages and all that, it's bad, man, once again. But do you sit there and go, I know Reece James is going to get injured. Plus, I can play on the left and right. Reece James going to get injured. Slightly, I can play here. I don't know. Edison on the ball here. How's it going, DG? What was your take on the Arsenal game? I am going to get a video out. I am, as you know, I watch every game twice. I'm going to try and watch the 90 minutes again and then go live today. But yeah, I like the pressing. I think it was quite good for half an hour. And then I think we were going through the motions and a bit physically we were lacking. It's nice to get the second goal. But yeah, maybe if that same game happened, especially in the first half, maybe 10 or so games into the season, probably should have created more and actually taken more chances. But 6 shots on target, 2 goals. I'm not onto it too much. Good battle between Jeremy Doku and Cucurella. Cucurella's came out on top on this occasion. Enzo Fernandez, I think he killed Cole Palmer with that one, really. It was a good, the idea was good, but he killed him. And now City have the ball. Guardiola, Rico Lewis, once Lewis hit it, fullback Union. You're not going to make it. Yes, you are. He's found Jeremy Doku. Oh, Lord. Oh, look, you better pray to God that's a corner kick. No, what happened there? You cost too much money and you're an international footballer. Good run and move from City, really. What is that? Wow. Completely shanked it wide. Doku, come on. Like I always say, he's one of those players. And Martinelli's the same. You're either going to go up several gears, or the way you play now is the way you're going to be playing for the rest of your career. Not bad, man. It's facts. I hear it. Yeah, man. Arsenal are hated, but we're supposed to be hated, man. Comes with the territory of this lovely club. Rico Lewis. Ooh, that's a hospital pass from Lewis. And Manchester City could have some defending to do. Enzo Fernandez, he's played some good passes. He's on the ball here. What can he do? Attempts to switch play. Does he find Cole Palmer? He's looked to find Cole Palmer on a number of occasions inside this opening 11 minutes. Cole Palmer, Caicedo, dilly-dallying a bit on it. Lavia, Cucurella, Enzo. I'm not going to lie. Already, the system looks better from Chelsea. I mean, I paid attention to them in pre-season. Beyond their manager, obviously working with Pep, know nothing about him. Of course, what these new age managers, it's inverted fullbacks and all of that, but there's a lot more structure that it wasn't there. Cole Palmer probably needed to release the ball 10 seconds earlier, disarmed by Kovacic. Kovacic has found Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne tries to swing his left peg at it and switch play. Can Doku keep that in? He can. It's a good battle. Cucurella's got tight to him on every occasion. He's done well, actually, the Belgium international, to hold on to that. Lewis. Akanji. Bernardo Silva on this right-hand side. Where's Jeremy Doku? Oh, there he is. He's come back in shot. Doku. Lewis, man on. Gives it back to Doku. Patient build-up play. Doku. Lewis, does that 1-2 pay off? Good defending by Cucurella, if I'm honest. Again, he's defended very well. Very well. DJ, I've been around the walk in your stadium tour vid. The walk to the stadium is 30. Appreciative, man. Would you swap plus cash for Tony? Eddie, the person you swap? Oh, yes and no. No, because it doesn't look like Arsenal are convinced on him. Doesn't look like Mikel Arteta is initially convinced on him. We've got no two player situations are the same. Cucurella's had 15 touches. Enzo Fernandez has had 12, the same as Fofana, Lewis, and Diaz. Those are the players at the moment who've had the ball the most times on the field. With our good relationships with Brentford, as I was saying, obviously Raya had a year left on his deal, got that done. We've obviously probably known about Ivan Toney for a while and his contractual situation. It just feels like in a day and age where the strikers are either not good enough, they're overpriced. Arsenal could have got that one done if they were convinced. Nicholas Jackson let himself down there. He's quite fortunate that's a corner if it is a corner. Nicholas Jackson, only him and God knows exactly what he was trying to do there. It's another half decent opportunity that if you're a Chelsea fan, you're hoping your team can take advantage of. Good last-ditch defending by Diaz, to be brutally honest as well, but it's more poor from Jackson, man. Couldn't sort out what he wanted to do. Bernardo Silva on the ball here again. Currently 0-0 in the battle of the bold managers, people. Kovacic, De Bruyne. Not really showing Chelsea fans what they missed out on at the moment. Kovacic, you could say that about. Jackson's always with his head down. Good run, though. Cucurella is quite underrated 1v1. We have the same hair, so I know he's 30. To be honest, I think confidence and a system that enhances your good and hides your flaws. Cucurella is not bad. I do think he struggled in terms of confidence beyond the obvious. But to be fair to half of these Chelsea players, yeah, we can run bants and jokes and, say they ain't lived up to their price tags. How many players Chelsea got 1 million players, will be here all day, but how many players do you see out there that you genuinely think are bad? There's not many players in that Chelsea 11 that I wouldn't have at Arsenal, for example. Doku down this left-hand side, De Bruyne into the hands of Sanchez. Like, I'd have Gusto. I know we've got depth, but on ability, I think he'd bring something. Fofana, someone needs to hold Saliba's boots. You could do your thing. Colwill, I think you're a decent defender. Cucurella, I think you're okay. Wouldn't mind you in the squad, beyond the obvious of obviously what Arsenal got. Lavia's a baller. Wanted you last summer. Welcome if you want. Caicedo, that's tiny. You'll never have parties passing, but that's tiny party there. Enzo, I don't think you're bad. In fact, Enzo, through non-footballing reasons, you're not signing. Cole Palmer, welcome. And Nkunku, I like him. I'm not having Nicholas Jackson. I can't lie to you. He's better than Eddie Nketiah. Yeah, the bar's on the floor, but I'm not having Nicholas Jackson. They're signing people for no reason. I hope to be proven wrong one day, but yeah, there's hella space to exploit. It's a weird game, man, in that it feels quite congested, and then the game kind of opens up. There's a lot of gaps. But this is football nowadays. All of these managers are, doing this kind of thing. It's more of a chess match in these big games. I didn't think Rico Lewis was fouled. The ref hasn't agreed. Oh Lord, Nicholas Jackson, what's going on? Yeah, I'm not having him, man. He's the first footballer I've seen to score a hat trick. I'm sure he scored a hat trick against Spurs, and I still didn't rate him. Some confident passes by the City players here, people. Man's just naming subs. Yeah, subs, but I'm not saying they're bad. To be fair, Enzo could get in the starting 11 for Arsenal. You can play that 8. Lavia, there's a role here. Keyword role. But yeah, my point being, they haven't got bad for. I mean, Mudryk, I don't know. Some people wet their pants and hope Mikel Arteta signs him. But yeah, my point being, these players are not bad. But if everybody's stinking up the place, yeah, the players need to fix up and stuff. But how much of it is because of what Chelsea are doing off the field and what managers are doing or not doing? DG, you think Box Braids FC can get Europe this season? I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I think Chelsea can do a thing this year. Yeah, I hope not. Like, no one enjoys seeing what Chelsea and United are doing more than me. More United than Chelsea. I've got nothing but admiration for the football club, but the fans are jarring. Guardiola, Kevin De Bruyne are doing skills for no reason. Gusto probably panicked a bit and cleared it. I think Nicholas Jackson has at least done that. He's done his teammate a courtesy of chasing a loose pass. It's one of them, you know, through you chasing the ball, it makes the pass look a bit better than it actually was in truth. Diaz. It's one of them where I can't believe it's only been 17 minutes in, folks. Jeremy Docky done this left-hand side. Not too many lighter blue shirts to aim for. He's actually done well. Bernardo Silva, Haaland, too many touches from Erling. What do I know? What do I know? That's why I'm sitting on YouTube and he's scoring goals. I thought he took too many touches and it looked like he ran out of space there, people. Haaland has somehow managed to put the ball in the back of the net. Blink and you miss it. And it is a case of curse of the commentator. Because I was just moaning about the lack of goals. All right, FPL. Erling. Boy. I don't think Chelsea should let their heads drop in truth. Yes, that's the difference between both teams. Because both teams, Chelsea equally as well, you've had half chances where you should have taken it. If you're the Chelsea manager, credit to City for fashioning that. But that's probably an easy goal to concede, man. It's come out of nothing, really. It's come out of nothing. Great. That's a good finish. That won't be in Haaland's highlight reel. But that's the signs of a good striker, man. Just getting something on it. Just getting something on it. Did Cucurella's touch inadvertently take it past him? Oh, it's Levi Cole's, yeah, and Cucurella's. To be fair, I sympathise with Cucurella because one false move and it's a pen. Oh, there could be a possible offside. Oh, I don't know. It depends on the angle. Bernardo Silva might be offside. Chelsea might have bust case here. As we know, the longer it goes on, the more Chelsea fans are probably worried. Always saying this is going to get ruled out. Oh, he is offside, you know. I think he is. The angles, man. 1 minute I thought he was onside, then I thought it was off. Hey. More angles than a pool video, isn't it? Allegedly. Oh, he's onside, people. It is 1-0 to the Citizens in the Oil Derby. In fact, they ain't even got Roman Abramovich no more. I'm unclear, people, because they did the green sign to say onside, and I'm trying to work this out. A bunch of Chelsea and City players, everyone's talking to the ref. No one knows, man. And this is the age-old annoying thing about VAR. It's been given. I mean, I've got no love for Chelsea, but I think the start's been fairly positive. I think it's been fairly positive. I think they've competed. I don't actually think they're playing bad. That's probably the best 20 minutes I've seen as a casual viewer of Chelsea. Obviously, watch-alongs and a neutral football lover, as much as I love my football club, then I've seen from Chelsea in a long time. But to be fair, Wembley, they did all right. The next goal is obviously vital, but realistically, any team that, I mean, Mikel Arteta, 2 clean sheets against City, I think it's different. But generally, when you're playing City, you probably have to build your, well, cat's doing a madness out there. As I was saying before I got distracted, any game plan playing against City, surely you have to consider conceding. Like, you probably just accepting of that. As dumb as it sounds, obviously you have to do this to win a football game, but we just need to take our chances. Jeremy Doku up against Gusto. Hella dreads and braids flying in the wind. Speaking of barnets of hair, Kevin De Bruyne or the boy wonder. Don't know why he's definitely not boy wonder. Kovacic, Lewis, that's a tackle from Lavia. Did he get there? Lewis ain't giving up. Lewis is lit, man. Salvio, ain't seen too much of this new recruit. He's in possession here. And he's Brazilian, so he'll have a supporter in me. Akanji. Pardon me. This is the thing about City. They're more than happy to just keep holding the ball, man. Can't go down the left or go down the right. Can't go down the left or go down the right. Can't go down the left. And I mean, I say it every week about City, but how many times of a Manchester City player in possession do you see where they don't have a minimum of 3 options to play that ball? Forward, backwards, or somewhere. Salvio takes Cucurella on the inside. Oh, he might be the truth. He's done well to find De Bruyne. Is he going to swing his left peg, his right peg? For someone like Kevin De Bruyne, he probably could hit the target, but a good half chance. And it's all come from the new summer recruit. For the last couple of moments, he's had some positive touches. And I mean, as a Sunday League fullback, you can't tell you about the Premier League. Kevin's just tried to wrap it there and ain't hit the target. That's an annoying thing as a fullback. Obviously, every sort of defending you have to do is annoying, but a winger that can take you down the wings and go inside is long. And when you're forced to follow them, as you saw with Cucurella, it's long. Because the more he does that, the more he gets away with it, he's going to get positive. Brazil 2026, we're winning the World Cup. We're actually back. Foden injured, or am I blind? Foden not match fit. Only Arsenal can hold City scoreless. Light work, man. Chelsea's defense is utterly rubbish. To be fair, it's going to take a while, man, because I must admit, at Arsenal, like there was a point under Mikel Arteta before the last 2 years. Our defense improved, but we got to a point where these men are just not good enough to do what Arteta wants. Now, I don't think Chelsea will be like that because Arsenal spent money, but Chelsea got some half-decent players. It just looks like a lot of them just need structure and to be coached and to get back to basics. And naturally, you know, Chelsea were poor defensively last year, so it's a bit irrelevant, even though there was a point where they put an uplift. It's a new philosophy. Like, man, are doing inverted fullbacks now. Yes, Poch was flirting with that, but this manager's openly come out and said, listen, inverted fullbacks, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. He spoke about their press as well. Gusto, Caicedo, Gusto. Obviously, if Chelsea are to get back into this game, it keeps a feel-good factor. I'm sure they've got a Conference League qualifier later on in the month. And, you know, I'm sure a key ambition of Chelsea's will be to get back in the Champions League, but to take the Conference League very seriously seems to be all they can play for this season. And to be fair, they're playing out from the back very well here, Chelsea. Last season, someone would have given that away. Cucurella, Nkunku, Lavia. Baller, man. I'm sure he's looking forward to playing Southampton at some point this season. Malo Gusto. These teams ain't very innovative. Everyone just packs the midfield against top teams. You need to do more. That's what football is now, man. It's that, like you said, it's just congesting the midfield, inverted fullbacks, athleticism, more like high turnovers. Everyone does there's not. I might make a video on this. I think every striker, bar Haaland, is an inverted full, and Lewandowski is a inside, not inside forward. What's it? A false 9, indirectly. Because you have to drop into midfield now. You can't just be a passenger. I think being a striker, definitely in my 29 years, I think this is the hardest era to be a striker in. Caicedo playing forward passes, you know, to be fair, the manager should be given time just for that. Jeremy Doku tries to put the burners on. Did Gusto foul him? The ref says yes. This bum don't introduce the machine until October. Don't fall for anything Pep Guardiola is saying, man. Please rule it out. His strength and balance is something else, man. He always does enough to get a shot off regardless of pressure. Haaland must be jarring to play against because he's quick, he's strong. You don't see him he's one of them. You don't see him for 89 minutes. He might, you know, make you pay for it. Christopher Nkunku, I think Akanji's a lucky lad, you know. I think there is a bit of a pull, but come on. Guy's like 6'5". He's a big lump. Can't go down like that. He's fortunate. Yeah, nah, you know what? I take that back, man. I think he's playing for it, but there is enough for a foul. Soft one, but yeah. You're not getting that in the early 2000s. Kevin De Bruyne on this left-hand side. Premier League legend he is. No, I captained the FPL King Mo Salah. He got me 28 points. Oh, I mean, I've got Salah, but I forgot about the whole captain thing. Who's my captain? How do you check who's your captain? It's telling me the vice, but how do you check your captain? How do you know who captain you lot? Because I can't see the captain sign. How do you know who captain? Apparently Raya's vice captain. Oh, Haaland. Vamos, vamos, vamos. He's calm. Christopher Nkunku. He needs to stay fit. Sold it well, but to be fair, that's quite good, man. Pep's little bro in the league. He is, wouldn't you? If I was Pep, bro, I want you lot to hate me by the time I leave. Because like they do, like the English media do, oh, Pep won't find it easy in the Premier League. Da, 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 da. Bro, how much times has he murdered this league in plenty of ways? Bare different things. You can't, like, he's done 100 points. Obviously, the treble's not really relevant to the Premier League, but the treble, 4P, ridiculous things. Ridiculous things. Fifano. He's another one, much like he keeps hearing me say with half these other players, just needs to stay fit. Cole Palmer, that's a good switch of play. Nope, Rico Lewis says forget that. His header is intercepted by Cucurella. Christopher Nkunku down this left-hand side. Can you get Chelsea back into it? 27 minutes on the mark, people. It's 1-0 to City. Lavia, that's a good ball into Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, that's the reputation you've earned in this league, you know, like no one's going to give you any time. Chelsea have nicked it back after City nicked it back. It's very playground-esque with everyone chasing after the same football at the moment. Yeah, I captained Haaland. Now I know I've captained him. How about the option? They're not that good. They have 4 or 5 managers, cost millions. Maybe they're just not that good, and our okay players can't all be elite talents. I hear that. But they definitely should be doing better than where they are. And I think, obviously, football on the pitch is all that matters, but it's just what Chelsea have been the last few years. You're buying all the designers. You not getting no things. Like, the clothes are wearing you. You're not wearing them. There's no drip. We've all seen that. People designing head to toe, but don't have to style it. Christopher Nkunku, Cucurella, Colwill palms it off to Cole Palmer. He's found himself on his left-hand side. That's a nope. When it left his boot, it looked like it was going to be a decent cross. It is, just for his former teammate Edison. And City are on their counter-attack. It's literally 2 against 5. 2 City players. Jeremy Doku, to be fair, where's his options? He's found his fellow teammate at club and country level, Kevin De Bruyne, who said, you know what, Doku, have it back, lad. Jeremy Doku played a key role in the goal. Someone looks like they spilled paint on their kit. These men are bopping like this at a big 6 club away from home. Arsenal have to be near perfect to beat this. Unfortunately, Bernardo Silva swings his right peg. And Kanji's pull it out. Throwing for Chelsea. 1-0 still all right. All I know is Saliba put Haaland in his pocket. And that to a lot of people. Victor Osimhen is set to reject Chelsea and Arsenal so he can wait up to 2 weeks for his dream move to PSG. He's a liar, man. Because why is PSG your dream move? Yes, Luis Enrique, but that's money. Yes, you know, ironically, he could be shameless and say JJ Okocha, you know, his fellow Nigerian. I was watching him and that, but he knows in his heart that he wants to probably play for Chelsea and then second Arsenal. But that, yeah, salaries, cash money, DGFPL legend. Amen. The only thing I hate about Salah is there'll be a run of like 3 games where you're like, yeah, he might score 1 million goals. He won't do that then. But yeah, Haaland, Salah, you got to have them. If I had money, if I budgeted it right, I wanted to get Kai Havertz just because you're going to play every game. Smith Rowe, you've got until game week 4 in my team. I'm not going to lie, I was reading the FPL blogs. They said put Chris Wood. I listened to them. It's got me 9 points. This season, I'm trying to get, you know what? Secretly, I'm trying to finish top 10 in our league, people. But if I could get top 100, will it? But some of you take this too seriously, man. You don't know when to move players out and in. It's crazy. Big up yourself, Dan. Don't need to hate Pep since what he do to Arsenal last year. Huh? Not sure what you mean there, bro. But 15 minutes to go into the end of the first half, people. Courtesy of Haaland, Manchester City are leading. There's been a couple half chances for both teams, but it's been a low-key affair. for the neutrals. I don't want Chelsea are going to move out of the stadium. No disrespect to Stamford Bridge, but like, I ain't been there in years, but it is quite outdated the last time I went. And it naturally, you'd imagine all the money they're spending, they'll find a way to seat more people. I think because of where they are, I don't think they can build on what they've got anymore. One day, who knows, Chelsea might build a new stadium and this might be left for their women's team. I don't know, I'm dream chasing. Gusto. I think Chelsea need to get back to how they started the game, really, man. They're moving the ball a bit too slow. We know City are one of the best teams in the world on the ball, but off the ball. It's all chess nowadays in football. It's less about instinct and cold, calculated decisions. Of course, there's going to be human error. There's going to be that instinct to do things. But generally, it's the team first. It's the system first. And then, oh my days, Lavia has absolutely rolled Kevin De Bruyne there. And Cole Palmer sends it on his way to Gusto. He needs to cut that to Enzo Fernandez, who needs to hit it. The first touch is horrible, Enzo. He's appealing for a penalty on a shameless thing. That's horrible. I should be a baller, man. I just ain't got the ability. It's all upstairs, though. It's all upstairs. Was he fouled? I mean, they could give it, but the ball was already played, man. It'd be a shameless one. He's looking for it. It's silly from the young new Man City recruit. That's a shameless call, but you gotta get it as you live. All right, that's a security uncle. Like the Chelsea manager's looking at him like, "Do you think that's a penny?" He's not looking. He's like, "I don't get paid enough for this, but big up uncle getting his money." Eze definitely robbed today. He was. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I was watching the Brentford Palace game. It was a good game, but probably the best game I've watched beyond my team winning this weekend. But I couldn't help watching it and just thinking, I know we're not going to get him, but yo, just sign Eze, man. I'm not saying everything we touch turns to gold, but like, there's just a couple guys. Like I said, as much as everyone wants to admire City, I think there's a lot of things you could learn from Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. They were just the guys that were standing out at the smaller Prem clubs. Grab a couple of those, or teams in general, grab a couple of those. Obviously, they all, pardon me, became more household names. Chelsea done this left, but Salah wasn't. No one was gassing up Salah before they signed him. People rated Mane. They weren't taking him in like that. You know, Mane got less ratings when he was at Southampton than a Kudus would now. Even at Eze at Palace, Elise, like Mane was doing damage. Arsenal fans, like, remember when he had them yellow boots before the boot sponsor? You did not want to play Mohamed. You did not want to play Sadio Mane away at St James's. It was peak. And he had the yellow vapors. He used to. Oh my days. He used to. To be fair, kept doing that at Liverpool. But they grabbed him, they grabbed Robertson, they grabbed Salah. Decent players, and before you know it, it's lit. And Eze just looks like it's time to make the step up. Speaking of step up, Cucurella has completely lost his man. Salvino's got the young City man's got no options. He's found Kovacic, who's hit it. Fortunately for Chelsea, he's hit one of their shirts. Cole Palmer helps it to Caicedo. Caicedo, I don't know what kind of pass that was. In fact, what do I know? It's a decent pass to Nicholas Jackson. Kai Havertz would have bagged by now. Nicholas Jackson, can he get the shot away? This is poor if City concede here. Hey, Jackson, if you don't score, you know what? You're not rubbish. You're just dead. You're actually dead. You do the right things. You're dead. Gusto still got it. This is horrible defending by City, by the way. Is the chance dead from a Chelsea perspective? Gusto, you can't believe it. I've been there as a fullback. When you're in them positions in the final third, you don't know what's going on. Offside flag eventually. Okay, so Nicholas Jackson, would you have been offside? Yeah, you would have been offside anyways. I don't know why it took so long. You would have been offside anyways. But come on. You need to be hungry to score goals. You know, credit him for looking for options. But once it became clear, you should have had that thought in your mind. I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to do a madness. He was off. No confidence. Palace and Brentford will finish top 8. Do Palace have a big enough squad? Even though they might be in Europe, but I'm sure they're only in the Premier League. Do they have a big enough squad? Couple injuries, they're in trouble. We need to buy Eze though, man. That left-hand side. Trossard, Martinelli could get scary. PSG a dream move. Shameless. Eze revealed to the BBC after the game the ref admitted he made a mistake. Big up the ref for coming out and saying you made a mistake and all of that, but like that doesn't help Eze deny the goal of the season contender. That doesn't help Palace because again, you don't know the trajectory of the game. This how this Brazilian youth is there. We might be back, Brazil, man. I hate the fact that he played for City, but you're kind of lit. I rip him again. Oh, he might be cold, you know. This guy might be cold. Salvino, whatever his name is, he might be lit. He might be lit. And here he is in possession again. Cucurella started well, but he's been getting cooked 1-2 times. Reactionary with this comment, but where were you? Where were you, Edu? We could have grabbed that. I mean, technically he's owned by the City Group, but still. Oi, Jeremy Doku. Hey, you know what? Doku. That would have been a goal this season contender. Great bit of play to fashion a yard for a shot, and he's walloped it. It's a big save by Chelsea Sanchez. Shout out Doku. It would have taken a slight deflection had it gone in. Slightly kissed Fufana. Pause. How did Tottenham get 20 mil for Skip? Madness. To be fair, good money. What a save. Shout out to the 105 legends in the room supporting DG Smash the Light. Come on. Nico isn't even close to Eddie. I think he's better than Eddie at all the other stuff, man. They're both crap in front of goal, but Jackson's link-up play is better than Eddie's. Not that you want either at your club, respectfully. Could Manchester City get a second? No clue what Guardiola was doing, but it couldn't have been to help his team get a second. Cole Palmer. Has he given it away? Got a bit fortunate there, Cole. Or has he sold Enzo Fernandez short? Probably. Bernardo Silva. Chelsea just struggling to get out their own half there. Good reaction from Sanchez, as you said there. Can't believe the bums delayed the auto VAR to October. They don't want the right decisions, bro. They don't want the right decisions. It adds to this entertainment. That's the Premier League and the controversy. Controversy sells. It's spoken about on TV. The papers speak about it. The fans then talk about it. Obviously, at the lower levels, people like myself on YouTube with you lot talk about these things. It's like, bro, like, even yesterday, big up Wolves, but he should have ended the game with 10 men. Had the Arsenal lad did what the Wolves lad did, somebody's missing out next game. Gusto to Nkunku. Could it be 1-1 here? Slap to Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea aren't out of this game, especially the longer City at 1-0 keep it like this. There's still hope, but they need to do better in the final third. And you can just see some relationships on the pitch, man. There's just certain players these Chelsea players keep trying to find. To be fair, I think this Chelsea manager might be the truth. Might be good enough to keep, get 40 points this season. Chelsea too slow on the ball. It's the best I've seen them play in a while. That was a good corner. A diagonal ball in the air into your midfielder trying to get out of your own end. A bad life choice. It is, but that's why they paid big money, because no one's going to do that. It's here with Doku. Can he find Haaland? You need to score the age. You're easily one of the most frustrating players. The opportunity, the ref has said advantage, but where's the City advantage? Bernardo Silva's forced to save, but where's the advantage? And this is poor defending from Chelsea. When they win it back, they shouldn't pull it out. Don't put the ball at Haaland. You need to get out, bro. I mean, City are playing on. Doku. Haaland is still on the floor. The ref needs to take control. Haaland, are you good? Another City player's gone down. No clue what happened to Haaland there. Didn't seem like City seemed to care. They were playing on. The Silvino guy is already better than Doku, though, man. Doku, after doing so well slightly before, when it became clear that you needed to pass that ball 10 years ago and you didn't play it to Haaland, you need to work the keeper. It's poor, really. Bernardo Silva did well to pick up some scraps. Man should have seen red for grabbing. Hey, you're funny, man. I think something's happened to the Brazilian lad from City. He's still on the floor. De Bruyne, as you pointed out. Yeah. This Brazilian lad, he looks sick. I can't lie, he looks like the truth. I got a lot of love for Martinelli, but it's just making me think about, why aren't you doing any of this? There must be a couple more players like this in Brazil, man. Find them, Eddie, please. You've shown you can go Italy and prize a promising Italian defender. Go Brazil and find one of these wingers. In fact, last time we sent Eddie to Brazil, he somehow came back with Marquinhos. That is good scouting, because how you found someone that bad and spent 3 million on him. I don't want to be harsh to him. I'm sure he's a good player, and you can't judge a player on YouTube comps. But that's one I can. Like him and Nuno Tavares. When I typed their names in and I watched it, it's like, yeah, you lot are trash. Like trash. I saw no skills within the first 10 seconds. It's a myth. Still 1-0 to City though. Marty and Partey were awful yesterday. Awful's harsh. I think Martinelli was underwhelming. I think Partey, like somebody said earlier, I think he got a decent hour or an okay hour out of him, and then yeah, he fell off. Haaland will, I think you mean get his 100th goal for City in September. Considering the fact he's been there 2 minutes, that's ridiculous, isn't it, really? Papers tried to say Haaland would fail in this league. Said it's not Bundesliga and this and that and the third. And some of you remember when he actually signed for City, I'm sure they lost the Community Shield to Liverpool. And he was quite poor. The only time you don't see Haaland is, unfortunately, nowadays when we play Gabriel and Saliba. But they've pocketed many a good centre forward in this league. Guardiola. It's a bit of a shame, you know, because you'd imagine Oscar Bob might have had a good chance of starting today had he not have picked up that injury. It looked like it could still be, but this might be his season. Even that, Mikel Arteta, man, should we just buy City, like the City young players who are not making it? It helped Chelsea, like there must be another Cole Palmer-esque there. Akanji, how we didn't get Cole Palmer, I don't know, man. I'm shameless, I was definitely not saying this when Chelsea signed him. Thought he's a good player, but he is a good player, and to be fair in the City shit, I'm sure he scored a couple against us. Edison. Keen to see what City are saying. I can't ever say City are in balance, but whenever I see City play, they're still City, but it just feels like something's missing. Rico Lewis. Harassed by Lavia there. How is it even possible for Enzo to be captain after setting humanity back 300 years after winning the Copa America? Joke of a club, Chelsea. On the road, how's Lavia looking? To be fair, Lavia's doing okay, man. I think he's one of the better Chelsea players, but nothing outstanding. Cole Palmer goes for the shot. Edison saved. Oh, it's a massive error from Edison. Nicholas Jackson puts the ball in the back of the net, but the linesman quickly has put up his flag. Edison's hoping. That's a massive. If he's somehow onside, that's a crazy. I mean, judging by his reaction, it's like Nicholas knew he was offside, but who knows? It was a tame shot by Cole Palmer. Edison made a meal of it. He's actually. Oh, yeah, he is. He is. Of course, I'm being harsh, and it is literally an arm. But one does beg the question, can you stay on side there? Because that gets your team back into it and maybe changes halftime team talks for both sides. I'm sure there'll be a VAR look. You never know. It did look like there's an arm offside, which some would say is harsh in today's day and age. It's normally given out as an offside. Pardon me. I think they're still having a look. Edison's in big trouble. Either his blushes get spared or his error gets highlighted. It does look like he's offside. How do they count it, though? It looks like his arm is offside, which you can say is harsh. And the offside's been given. And it was offside. When I saw it was Jackson, Rice's pass selection yesterday wasn't the best. I agree. But that's the thing. I think Rice can do that 8 thing, but like you're never going to be like a Cesc Fabregas for us or any of them kind of players. That's not you. You can get better. I think you got better in the final third, but fundamentally, Rice is a box-to-box ball-winning midfielder. That's what he made his career off, playing over 200 times for West Ham, winning a European trophy, playing for England. So I do like that we're making him the new look stuff, but you're never going to be Frank Lampard, like scoring goals and that, even though you did have your highest goal-scoring season last year. So do you sign a number 8 who is more organic at that? That's more their bread and butter. That's what they've been trained for a number of years to do. because I must admit, man, like this is the last season I really want to even be talking about midfield options. It should be sorted. We're Arsenal, that we've had many a good midfielder, and we've still got some good ones. But yeah, I feel generally our midfield provides more questions than answers. You know, where is Declan Rice going to be long term? How long do Partey and Jorginho beyond the obvious have at this club? What's going on with Fabio Vieira, who's an option there? How much of an option is Kai Havertz seen in midfield, which we all want to see him up front? But generally, when we're building our depth, if he seems to play it on a regular basis, we're probably not going to bring in anything more than one midfielder. Nkunku to Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson, that's a good touch to Christopher Nkunku. He's by himself, though. Kovacic taking no prisoners with that. You can't. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne is looking for that ref. He's fallen down. He fell down yesterday. In 5 minutes of added on time, folks, Eddie would have been offside. To be fair, Eddie would have been onside. I think Eddie Nketiah's problem. It's not even. I'm not even buying him because you're earning 100k at Arsenal. You're wearing the number 14. You are the only striker that got a hat trick last season for us. You are part of the squad. But I think it's an ability thing. That Eddie Nketiah, I think his general plays improved. But where we're trying to go and at this kind of like top level in the Premier League, he's not that guy. Like you can't really do things in 1 or 2 touches. You need 3 and 4s. And I think in today's day and age, there's not many, but you either do the Haaland thing where your general play is not the best, and there's other strikers, it's not the best, but they know you're bringing an abnormal amount of goals. Does Eddie Nketiah have that record? Bernardo Silva, no, he's not in. He doesn't. Likewise, what we've seen with Lacazette, probably with Gabriel Jesus. I know Kai Havertz is finding the back of the net now, but generally, if you can't score bare goals, can you affect the game without necessarily scoring across 90 minutes? Can't really say that with Eddie. I think he's given a harsh time by Arsenal fans, generally. And I think it's more born out of frustration that we've been blessed with strikers, and evidently that's an area we can improve on. Someone asked how Lavia is doing right now. He's on the ball here. Plays a 1-2 of Enzo Fernandez. Helps it on to Cole Palmer. He's got Gusto overlapping. Elects to play it inside. That's a good ball to Enzo Fernandez, whose first touch has to be, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. That might be a penalty. A very soft one, but it did look like there's a trailing leg there on Enzo Fernandez, whose first touch should have been better. It should have been better there. I think that is one, It's a coming together, and it looks like Diaz is falling. But I'm not going to lie. I think that's a pen. A soft one, but I've seen worse given in this day and age. I don't think the refs even entertaining my ideas. What do I know? This guy's actually a Pep Guardiola clone. Todd Burr, he's in the building. Probably signing some players as we speak. Right. Enzo still receiving treatment, folks. 1.5 forward. My problem, even with Marino coming in, I'm still kind of not convinced in midfield being sorted since we need a 6. But Partey is still around, and a striker or a winger is needed as well. No penalty. I'd be calling for it. Oh, Pedro Neto. I keep forgetting you signed for Chelsea. Not sold of Vieira, built like a basically. I don't know about him, but his technique don't justify it. All my life, it's hard to keep up with Chelsea signings. Dewsbury Hall, completely forgot. It feels like a century ago they signed him. There's something to like about Fabio Vieira. I think technically he's there, but I think in the modern day, you're not good enough off the ball. I haven't really seen enough personality on it. You fit in, you don't stand out. Fair enough, you haven't been given a run of games and all of that jazz, but I've never been convinced. I like you, though. You're definitely not Cole Palmer, but what I mean in that Cole Palmer can play 8, can play 10. He's like these new age wingers with Foden in that they can play out wide. Vieira not convinced there. Christopher Nkunku, can he get Chelsea back in? It's good play from Cole Palmer. It's a great touch by Rico Lewis. The chance isn't dead here. Nkunku, that is 6 skills. That's not a pen. Nkunku is blessed technically. Cucurella helps it into the box. Lavia, can he keep that on? Of course, missing the number 45 can. Caicedo. Chelsea not out of it. That's an arm. Diaz purposely uses his arm to slow him down. I mean, I think it's a debatable one. And I hate to see those kind of penalties given in today's day and age. But I've seen worse given. And then, again, with the Premier League, the most annoying thing is that will happen in another game and there'll be a completely different outcome. They'll give reasons as to why that could happen in the Spurs-Leicester game on Monday. The same exact incidents, obviously with two different teams. And they'll give a reason as to why that was given. That's my problem with this consistency. Rice is R6. I'd rather us try and make him our Rodri-esque than this, what I think is trying to make him one of those Captain Fantastic, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard type of players. Or even in terms of build-up play, we're trying to ask him to be Paul Scholes. It just no one can be Paul Scholes, but it's just not going to happen, is it? So yeah, man, City are winning. Again, I should pause the time. Man City are winning. Didn't really take much for them to fashion it. I mean, if I was non-biasedly, if I'm the Chelsea manager, I think considering where Chelsea are and the context is and me being a new manager, I think the performance is there. Sometimes you've looked at Chelsea and you've probably criticized their effort, criticized what they've been doing on the training ground. There's a method to the madness. I think they're starting to get cooked a bit defensively as the first half apologies went on. I think they've had their own half chances that they haven't taken. I don't think City have been perfect either. But fundamentally, you're losing. And it'll be a good look in your first game to beat City. Even though you would argue, while I don't think a club like Chelsea, you could ever say there's a free hit, does the manager kind of get a free hit first couple of games? I'm not sure. Where's Moreno? At this point, until somebody says he's an official Arsenal player and holding the scarf, I don't really know or care where he is, man. DG have FPL League. Yeah, I do. I sent the link earlier, but let me paste it here again. There you go. The perfect result would be a Chelsea win to stop City. You're moving, man. To be fair, draw would be lovely. As I said earlier, like you want City to just drop all points in their 38 games that they're playing, or 37 excluding this. I can't go as far as to say I ever want Chelsea to win. Pre-season game vibes. A bit of a nothing game. You're not missing that. There's not been many chances, and the chances that have been created have been low quality, if I'm completely honest with you. It's not been the worst of games. I'd have loved to have seen more drama and controversy. Yeah, man. It's been a bit meaty. But anywho, Osimhen, the situation is currently blocked. He wants to leave, but I can't give any feeling on PSG or Chelsea. We're now trying to find a solution with his camp. I hear it, but as much as when a high-ranking official in a football club comes out and says things like that, it makes you think, oh, what's going on? When you actually break it down, what has he really and truly said there beyond the obvious? Like Conte said a few weeks ago that he needs to leave. We all know the situation. Not really said anything groundbreaking. If anything, two clubs have been name dropped. You lot still talk about Arsenal transfers. We can't even close Moreno. It's been 2 months. We can't close anything in the last 2 weeks. What happened to Poch? Who's this new guy? Pochettino got sacked, man. There's rumors he's going to become the new USA gaffer. And this new guy, apart from you working under Pep Guardiola at City, know nothing about you, really. But as time goes on, dependent on how long he's still going to be there, I guess we will learn things about him. I wonder where he is in the bookies' favourites to be sacked, though. You imagine Ten Hag's up there, even though he just signed a new deal. Just because of Chelsea's situation, he could be there. Every manager that just got promoted from a championship club, just the nature of the business. Thanks, I missed it. Where you been if you missed Pochettino going? You've been under a rock, lad, but big up yourself for getting back into it. So Haaland got me FPL points. Kudus only got me 2 points. What happened there, West Ham? He lost to Aston Villa. Fair enough. Who bagged for Newcastle? I hope it weren't Isaac because I need Isaac in my team. Yo, mate, hope you're doing well yourself. And it all depends on result. I think it's a results thing for Postecoglou, but I think they'll give him time. I think he's a decent manager, if I'm honest, but it's as far as it goes. And he's going to learn the hard way that high line and set pieces. Boy. Apparently, the following Chelsea players are not in their squad. In this squad, I can't lie, I'll only name the ones that are kind of on name brand. But Tosin's not there. Fulham. Again, these guys could be injured. Disasi, Tosin, Sterling, Chalobah, Chuameka, Ben Chilwell, Conor Gallagher, Reece James, Petrovic. Who else is there? You've got that Angelino Gabriel guy. You've got that Washington guy. You've got Kaznadai there. Kepa's not in the squad. Tino Adrian's not in the squad. They were gassing him. Bashir Humphrey's not in the squad. He's going to Burnley, apparently. Broya's not in the squad. Fofana's not in the squad. Technically, Lukaku's not in the squad. Where's Lukaku been? Has he even been taking part in Chelsea pre-season? Like, I know you're probably going to leave, but contractually, you got to be obliged. Major League Soccer is going to win the DG Nation League. Can't lie, that's a good name. He's seen the light phasing out Sterling. Yeah, but you can phase him out all you want. Like, yeah, someone in theory has the finances to buy Sterling, but I can't imagine. Again, your agent might be able to pull something off, but what options are there for Sterling? Because you either leave permanently, what Chelsea gets another thing in terms of a transfer fee. The wages, our club's going to pay the wages. Is Sterling prepared to take a wage cut? Does he go on loan where you get a loan fee and you take on his wages? Because I do think this manager, like, they kind of need to give, I mean, it's not the model Chelsea are going under, but they kind of need to give him a free hit. It don't matter who signed and when they signed, let him do his thing. Big up DG, how you rating the game so far? Tactical Gooner. 10 for a neutral, like a 6. I think it's a good, interesting tactical battle. I think Chelsea, as you would have seen if you're watching this on Sky Sports, the whole build-up to City getting that goal was terrible. I think Chelsea have had some half chances, not done well enough. I think you've competed. Considering the Chelsea of last season and what you would have thought of Pep Guardiola's City going into this game, or the Chelsea that got battered by Celtic, you'd think you'll be, you know, putting a spliff really and truly in the first 45. Going back to what we said earlier about players that have played for both Chelsea and City, Daniel Sturridge, it's just hit me because he's obviously in shot. So, yeah, man. I just know Arsenal are going to get linked. I just know we're going to get linked with Raheem Sterling. Mikhail Mudryk is on the bench as well, I'm sure. Chelsea got too many players, man. Look at those poor Chelsea fans prematurely celebrating. Jackson, could you be onside there, though? I think you can, you know. Obviously, you weren't to predict the future, but could you have been onside? Because on the slice of ones, Lewis has gone to sleep defensively. Showing his age there. Boy. Not the second half has for us, folks. Anyways, big up you lot. Make sure you're subscribing, smashing the like button, all that good stuff. How many shots have been on target between these two sides, man? It's been a low-key affair. Very, very low-key affair, really. It's been a typical new age tactical battle with these kind of tactical managers. It's a chess match. The game's opened up in stages. Both teams have looked to capitalize on the spaces and the lapses in concentration, but it is an even game in truth. Man City have had 8 shots, 3 on target. Chelsea have had 4 shots, 1 on target. By law of averages, City have obviously done better there. Chelsea have had 45% of the ball to 46 of City's. There's been 4 corners in the game, 2 for each side. Fairly even. Terrible for the neutrals, really. And Cuckoo looking fraudy in the lights. Guy looks like Antonio at left wing. He's just one of them guys that he needs a run, but he can play everywhere. But where are you going to play? Yeah, it's cool being able to play left wing, right wing, 10 up front. But what are you? Even Sterling can do better than Nelson. Big up Sterling. I mean, Nelson, but let's put a bit of respect on Raheem Sterling's name, man. The guy's been one of those, I don't quite agree with the wonder kid tag, but he came into this thing as a teenager and he's still here, man. Like, Sterling's definitely frustrating to watch. Don't think we should go for him, but like, Sterling's not a scrub. He's rugby at the moment, but he's not a scrub. He's turning 30 this year, though. But if your agent came out with that now, obviously this ain't no drop of a hat, really. They must have been knowing. Boy, I wonder what happens. Yo, congratulations on 61.3k. I just liked and subscribed. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, man. Journey to 70. Hey, Els and you lot. That's a nice comment, man. Thank you, man. Sounds cliche, but my guy, man, it's a very heartwarming comment. I appreciate that. Jackson Ball watching on his disallowed goal. Not a bad half, though. There you have it. I know Jackson's peed off the FPL Palmer fans. That's what I hate about FPL, man. You get points for like if I shoot the keeper saves and someone else scored, I've got an assist. Like, bro, when is that? How is that an assist? I'll have it if I was a footballer, I'd have it, but like it's not an assist. I want Neto slash Madueke on. Caicedo be the passenger. I think he's been a bit harsh on Caicedo. I think he's been in the trenches, but like Caicedo, like he's a piano pusher, in it. Win the ball back, pass it to Enzo. I think Enzo started really good. There were some good passes initially. I think Chelsea actually started very well. As I said, I'm not a Chelsea fan. I don't watch you lot week in, week out. But that's the best I've seen you lot play for 45 minutes in a while, man. You're welcome. Thank you, man. I keep forgetting you've got Neto. To be fair, Neto could look to come on. I'll put Neto on the left, though. Well, I mean, Palmer's still going to stay on. Thoughts on Marseca and Chilwell? Should more gaffers be up front like that? Yes and no. I'd say yes, because ultimately that's the reality. And as a fan, it must be refreshing, innit? Like the manager saying, whether you want the man to be kept at your club or not, the manager come out and saying, listen, he's done, forget about it. But at the same time, for a manager to be that blunt, does he really rate you like that? Are the club trying to move you on? Because 9 times out of 10, managers are good liars. They won't say that. They will start talking about their qualities, etc., etc. They're very reluctant. It's only when you want someone to evidently cut that happens. No lie, take Enzo off, put Cole in the 10 with Neto right wing. I don't think he'll take Enzo off, at least not until the last 20 minutes. Chelsea, the king of divers. It's crazy. I don't know why the comments aren't coming up on screen now. Apologies, people. We've got 85 likes. Can we get to 100? We're flirting with it. You're my favorite YouTuber. I love your vids. Far too kind, man. You're a good lad, DG, but just know when international break happens, agendas have to agenda. Joke's on you, because who cares about international break unless it's Copa America, Euros, or the World Cup? There's not anybody who cares about that. Like, oh, Nations League. Wow. Arsenal, England done something poor in the Nations League. I don't care. We've got Lee Carsley as the manager. I'm emotionally checked out. No disrespect to him. I'm sure you're a good gaffer. Like Southgate, you're actually doing well with the England under 21s, but come on, man. Sorry, people, just stretching. Come on. Back-to-back Euro finals. You can mock at England about obviously messing about in the Euros, but we there. I never knew Wales were there. Make sure you touch the 2026 World Cup. You ain't got Gareth Bale anymore. Ramsey's finished. You might have to do what I'm trying to ask Jamaica to do in that. Boy, any players of heritage that would play for England that can't play for England, boy, sign them all. Ademola Lookman's been linked with PSG, by the way, folks. Keeping up the theme with Nigerians who could be signing with the Paris Saint-Germain club. To be fair, Lookman's cold, man. I used to think you were robbed. You were robbed. You was all right at Charlton. You were robbed. When you was at Fulham, you was robbed. You tried that Chip Panenka penalty. You thought he was going to live a movie. That's one of the worst penalties I've seen in Premier League history. Super Sunday has only half delivered, people. Brentford versus Palace was definitely more of an entertaining game than this. Today, there's not really anything to scream and shout about. We've been treated to a goal at the very least, though. We've got another 45 minutes excluded, added on time to come. And it's always a pleasure to be here with you lot. DG, you could reach 70k plus by the end of the year. By God's grace, Alvin, man. Appreciate that. We're trying. Lord knows I'm trying. Yeah, man. England didn't win. I mean, do you know what? This last Euros, it didn't really hurt me because it's Spain and that. But the one we lost to Italy, oh, man. Because it was a movie. When Luke Shaw scored, I was like, yes. It's just like the Champions League final in 2006. When Sol Campbell scored, I was like, yes, we've done it. I'd rather win the Prem. Somebody tweeted City versus Chelsea, 115 charges versus 115 players. But man said, dream move to PSG. You know? To be fair, it must be a dream to make the money he could be making. But let's not forget Bukayo Saka. Scored yesterday. Foden's coming on. And I've just seen a tweet, and that's a good point. Who has seen Rob Holding since he left Arsenal? Where is Rob Holding? You need to get on the phone to Ipswich. Second half is due to begin, folks. Be entertaining if Chelsea equalise. Be a bitter pill to swallow for anyone connected to Chelsea if City get that second. 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline, but you'd imagine one goal does it. But at 1-0, can you really be confident in the Premier League? Yeah, you have to kill the game before it kills you. It's been given away by Chelsea already, people. Like 10 seconds into the second half, that's surely a record. Edison, who's lucky, to be fair, he's very fortunate. How are Chelsea going to balance the books when with 40 plus players? Pardon me. Hi. Loco. What a name. Do Chelsea need to balance the books though like that? And to be fair, they sell Gallagher, they sell Broya. The bank balance, the balance sheet probably looks all right. There'll be a couple of other Chelsea players nobody knows nothing about that do what they're doing. Phillips is on the pitch. Oh, this could be interesting. Philip is actually making a great run off the ball. Jeremy Doku. I think Lavia's been all right today, man. He's tenacious. He just needs to stay fit. One love for becoming a member again. I must be the longest supporter, but DJ, I got my baby gender reveal at the same time as the Villa game. What should I do? First and foremost, congratulations on the kid, man. You know, may it be a calm process where your missus is concerned, obviously giving birth, and you know, God bless you for having a kid. It's a miracle. And I'm just thinking about that. I mean, I think you got to do both still. I think you got to do both. Or time it so that, you know, the main festivities are done by the time it's time to play. Kevin De Bruyne's cross isn't the best for someone of his quality. And Chelsea are probably fortunate because they gifted the ball away. What team do you support? Arsenal, man. Baby, more important, congrats. But if we lose, blaming you. It's true. You can make it up to her next time, though, man. Just pull it on your phone. Wait. Because your friends are going to be telling you anyways what's going on. You're going to be preying anyways. Yesterday, I was watching the Arsenal game en route. I was watching the game in the motive. Like, he said men can't multitask. Bernardo Silva. Quality, man. Arsenal forever. Man is enjoying the stream. I forgot to like. Hey, come on. Get in the habit. Get a sticky note and pull it on your laptop or wherever. Put it in your house. That every time you watch a DG vid, smash the like. The algorithm needs to outgo. Come on. The non-negotiables, man. You're losing the duels. Big up to everyone who does that. Get in the habit. Come on, man. Come on. DG somebody shoot. Damn, man. You hate it. Why you hating on him? Damn. Fair enough. Damn. Damn. That's not nice. It's a lie, though. I hear it. It's like saying Messi not a good footballer. I hear it, man. They criticize Jesus, not comparing myself to him. But if they criticize Jesus, who am I? That's blasphemy, though. Come on, man. Absolute cat, babyface killer. Hate you, man. Lie, man. What I do to you? What I do to me? Damn, man. Damn, like Sunday as well, bro. Why you got hate in your heart on a Sunday? Cole Palmer on the ball. That's a ball, you know. That has to go to the back of the net for Chelsea. Somehow, they've not done it. Bro, trust me. That's crazy. There's a thin line between love and hate. I hear it, man. Damn. Kevin De Bruyne. Guardiola. Switch a play to Foden. No, Cucurella's had it. The two City Academy products on this right-hand side for Chelsea. Christopher Nkunku, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Akanji, no prisoners, and it is a foul. How was Carnival? Carnival's next week, man. But where I went, I need to cut this wristband off, man. It's actually annoying me now that you said that. Where I did go was lit, man. I was lit. If I talk, I'm in big trouble, but can't talk too much. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw a couple of you lot were like, oh, why are you streaming the game? And the support was crazy. Oh, I'm a big fan. Like, you lot, one love. Carnival's next week, and I can't wait, man. Both days, Monday and Sunday. Oh, this is not coming off, man. Damn. Levi Colwill. And it's weird because the Chelsea centre-halves haven't had too much to do. They might have something to do now because they've gifted the ball back here. Gusto has to make up for his mistakes. Poor from Doku, and it's a good recovery tackle. Caicedo, that's a good knock into Nicholas Jackson. Boy, Edison off his line. Early doors. This is not coming off, man. Where's the scissors? This is not coming off, man. Need scissors or a knife, man. This is tough. Big up yourself, Casa. Palmer is a waste on the wing. I just give him a free roll. Well, he's not really a true winger. He has the license to roam and invert and run around, but you are right. But then again, you look at Bernardo Silva. He's a good guide point for Cole Palmer. I think he's at home as a 10 or an 8, but you can't really say he's not natural, comfortable there. And in today's day and age, you've got to be able to play in better places, really. Kevin De Bruyne to Guardiola. That's where these left footers not using their right foot kills them because he could have played that pass. Kevin De Bruyne to Jeremy Doku. Can he get the better of Gusto? Alexa play inside to Kevin. Kevin is falling to Bernardo Silva. This is poor. It's a big save by Sanchez, but that's poor defending from Chelsea. Schoolboy-esque, musical statues. People, I'm still here. Give me 30 seconds, man. This is actually making me bug out, man. If I'm not back in 30 seconds, I'm not back in 30 seconds. I will be done. Superman settings. Alright, look at the pace. I might be faster than Martinelli. That was mad. Was I back? I'm gonna say I'm back anyways. I'm back. I'm gonna cut this off. Hey. Woo! Free now. Now we can get back to this. Oh, running up the stairs. I'm adding this. 29. I shouldn't be this unfit. That was mad. Wide open second half. Slightly disagree, Gunner, you know, man. I think it's more of going a bit like the Arsenal Wolves games, going through the motions, man. Neither team really, well, Chelsea more need to do it than City, but City have control of the game. They're not forcing it, it's knocking the ball, just being professional about it. Say the only worry for City is 1-0 is a dangerous lead. How many times have we seen dramatic last-minute equalizers? Naturally, no matter how we look at it, you know, you need to. Football's about keeping balls at the back of your net and putting balls in the back of your opponents. Chelsea probably need to fashion some chances. Edison, he's lumped it long. Is that going to stay in? It's gone out of play. Throwing with Gusto of Chelsea. Tell them again, hit the subscribe button. Oh, Palmer excuses coming out already. That's the now. Palmer's a baller, man. I like Palmer, Cole Palmer. It'll be interesting though, man, because I think he has got the capacity to score goals, but will people be talking like this if his performance levels are the same from last season, but he's not exactly scoring week in, week out? Sanchez of Chelsea lumps it long. Christopher Nkunku wins the header. Cucurella, no one in the box from a Chelsea perspective. The idea wasn't the worst. Phil Foden, Kovacic, playing at his old stomping ground, galloping forward. Erling Haaland. Oh, that's a late one on Haaland. Surely that's a yellow card. That's a late one on Erling Haaland. Fofana's more than entitled to go for the ball there, but surely that's a late one. So it's probably one to let him know he's there. Haaland's goal, the difference currently. If Man City are to get a second, it'd be nice if Haaland does it, purely for my FPL. Phil Foden, to be fair, he's someone you can be putting in your FPL team. Finds Rico Lewis. Cucurella's fouled, surely. Ref's giving it. Had to give it. Bernardo Silva and Cucurella getting in verbals. No clue what Cucurella's saying, but him and Bernardo Silva, you know, quite passionate about this. I mean, I can't say what I would say if I was playing against him, but yeah, the channel would get locked off. But Cucurella seems an emotional guy to rattle. Cole Palmer against his former team. Does well to find Lavia, who's also playing against his former team. Cucurella. Lavia. Helps it onto the Moles. Caicedo. Caicedo tries to play that pass. It's cut out. It's falling into the path of Doku. Doku. This is dead. That was dead. Doku. That was dead. Throw it deep in Chelsea territory, though. And this is when you need to box them in. Box them in, lad. Box them in. Sorry, people. I'm getting cramps, man. They're about to stretch. Damn. I'm not match fit for these streams yet. Salvio does look good. As Brusher said, smack the like button. Chelsea happy to concede possession and play on the counter, which isn't the worst. But if you're playing on the counter, you still need to create chances. Because right now, you've got nothing to lose. You're losing. It's the only you've hit rock bottom from a footballing perspective. You're losing. You're not going to get no points from this. The only way is up. 10 minutes into the second half. As I said, for me, you're going through the motions. Chelsea's giving it away. It's a throw for City here. Wow, wait, this is Lavia's first Chelsea start, considering he's literally been there a year. Yes, he's had injuries, but damn. Oh, please stop playing music. Why are the neighbors playing music? Now I'm going to have to close that window. And it's not that I want to, it's somehow videos end up getting copyrighted for that. Allow me. They're going to do a barbecue. It's going to be dead as well. The food stinks. Cole Palmer loses it. Yeah, Salvio looks good, man. Or Savinho, whatever. Saka or Palmer. Who's Palmer? Bukayo. Palmer's a baller in that. Like, he's technically sweeter than Saka, I believe, but there's more technically entertaining players. Saka's techers are lit, gets better every year. Difference makers. To be fair, Cole Palmer is that for Chelsea. But people don't, not saying you, but people don't rate Saka because he's an Arsenal player. I think you saw for England, yeah, he's lit. I don't think anyone who's not connected to Arsenal can talk on Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, or William Saliba. They tried to say Saliba's not the truth. No worries, dude. As much as people talk about Arsenal needing a striker, they forget that all the ones being talked about missed their fair share of sitters. We're assuming a lot when buying a striker. I mean, as a Haaland misses sitters, no striker is going to have 100% conversion rate. And to be fair, it'd be amazing. But in reality, I would look at that a bit funny because that tells me that, you're not taking enough chances. It's like where you see things like, I'm going to throw them under a bus. Pedro Neto's coming on. Unfortunately, when you hear statistics like Gabriel Jesus has never lost when he scored a Premier League goal or whatever it is, and I actually believe maybe Martinelli the same. I could be wrong about that, but that you're not scoring enough goals then. Subs, please. Mascara. I can't pronounce his name, much like everyone. But you've got your wish. Pedro Neto is about to make his debut, albeit from the bench. I think he's coming on for Mr. Nkunku. Remember I said you should bring him in off the left? To be fair, Palmer could always move over there. Nkunku seems quite disappointed that he's coming off. Pedro Neto. To be fair, him against the young Rico Lewis could be a good battle. Before he got that first injury in the season, he was very good off the left-hand side for Wolves, as well as on the right. He's a quality player, just fitness. Gyökeres is 3 out of 3. He must have the best conversion rate since last season. Real deal. Yeah, he has started the season well. I'd love him at Arsenal, man, to be fair. I'd rather him than Tony and him than Osimhen. I like Osimhen, but it's not low risk Gyökeres, but it feels like there's more upside. Like, what is he, 25, 26? He's going to be on big money, but it's not going to be what Osimhen wants. If rumours are true and Sporting are saying we can talk, can get it done for 50, 60, I'm on it. Cole Palmer. Caicedo goes for the shot. The shot doesn't work. He finds Enzo Fernandez. How that hasn't gone in the back of the net. It's great defending by Rico Lewis, and it's a corner. How Chelsea have not equalised there, I don't know. It almost met the foot of Pedro Neto, but that's where you want players to be sensible, man. Like, it shouldn't just be Pedro Neto at that back post. There should have been another Chelsea shirt. It's good defending by Rico Lewis. I'll go, but I'll be back in 5 minutes. No worries, man. Corner kick to Chelsea. Lewis still limping after the effects there. Let's see this set piece from Chelsea. Apparently, they've employed a set piece coach. Enzo Fernandez, the corner's kind of terrible, really. City haven't dealt with it. Just as I said, that Kovacic kicked it clear. Is that going to fall to Bruno? I might say Bruno. Kevin De Bruyne? No, it's not. Somehow it's ended up here with Jeremy Doku, and it's a foot race between Doku and Gusto, and he's got the better of him. He's tried to square it for Haaland, and it's not worked out. The idea was good. Once again, the application from Doku wasn't. And that could have been the final nail in the coffin. We're approaching the hour mark. In fact, we're at it now. And it's still 1-0 to City. Saying that, can Cole Palmer find the Chelsea man? He tried to find Pedro now. But that's what Neto gives Chelsea. He gives you the option to play balls in behind. Pace really is the word I'm looking for, the phrase I'm looking for. Lavia, Palmer. Back here with Palmer now. Finds Cucurella. Neto. I mean, it does look like, as I was saying earlier, it looks like Palmer's got some sort of a free-ish role. I won't say a complete free role, but he's all the way on this left-hand side. As is Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto delivers a ball into the box. It's not the worst of ideas. Enzo Fernandez's header is kept in by Gusto. It's headed out by Bernardo Silva. It's kept on Nicholas Jackson's forces. Is he offside? The flag has stayed down. Had that winning, I don't know. Has the flag gone up? I don't think he was offside. Nicholas Jackson's gone down for Chelsea. Cramp. I mean, it couldn't be cramp, but that reaction is screaming cramp. Enzo headed it on. Gusto, to be fair, kept it alive. Nicholas Jackson done well to get a touch on it. It is a more difficult finish than it looks. And I know Jackson's in front of goal is very frustrating and fans don't give him time, but he's done well to get something on that. It is straight into Edison, really. Man said Jackson was onside for the first time in his career. Can you give us an idea of what you'd say to Cucurella? Nah, G. He's got long hair. It's easy. Easy rattling. Caicedo's cross is not the worst. It's fallen to, well, it's hit the chin, I believe, of Pedro Neto. Palmer needs to play centrally or as a false nine like Havertz. No, for me, not false nine, because it's a bit like Trossard through there. I think you can get away with it game to game. There's certain games and game states you can get away with it, but whether you're a false nine, a poacher, whatever sort of striker you are, there's an element of hold-up play. Cole Palmer with his back to goal consistently, which you'd have to do whether you're a false nine or not. Like Havertz has to do that. We knock it long to Havertz quite a lot. You're robbing Palmer. It's difficult to really and truly predict what role he's on because he's back here on this right-hand side. There's times where he'll just occupy the left-hand channel. Phil Foden. He kind of plays the same role as Palmer. Guardiola helps it onto Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne to Jeremy Doku. Guardiola. Jackson is awful. He might be, man, but it's harsh. For me, anyways, to buy him for that chance, it's harsh. That's 1 week. You say, all right, cool. You tried. Phil Foden. Philip with the pink boots. Loses it. Can Neto keep on? This guy's pacey, though, man. He's giving it away there. Akanji's looking for a foul. He's begging for a foul. Chelsea City, apologies, have done very well to somehow keep the ball there and get out of that. But that's why they're Man City. They make the impossible look possible. De Bruyne. Guardiola. Kovacic. Palm on the wing is fine. Chelsea are just implementing a new system. I don't think long term it'll be a winger, if I'm honest. But you're so good out there. And you do have that luxury on occasion to cut in on your left-hand side. Kevin De Bruyne. Jeremy Doku puts the burners on, stands up across. It's evaded everyone. I don't even think Foden will be able to keep that on. To be fair, at full stretch, he has kept it on. Bernardo Silva gives it back to Philip. More compact and spaced as well. Palmer's a baller, man. Deserves his new contract. I mean, Chelsea, people will get at Chelsea for giving them 8-year contracts. But it's well deserved. You want to lock Palmer down for that kind of years. Kevin De Bruyne puts it to the back post. Haaland, I thought it was meant for Foden. Looks like Haaland lost his foot. Enrico Lewis, is that going to count? I don't think so. The ref blew for a foul. I don't know if you all have a look at that. The ref did blow before the ball went in the back of the net. What actually happened there? Haaland chested it down. What happened between Cucurella and Colwell? To be fair, it's Haaland's trailing leg. Haaland knows it as well. I do think a foul's the right decision. It's just a follow through. I don't think there's any malice. I don't think there's any malice from Haaland on that occasion. It's just an unfortunate occupational hazard of playing football. Lewis put the ball in the back of the net eventually, but yeah. Big miff. Bit harsh. Erling Haaland's been booked. He was caught, but I don't think there was malice, man. The guy's like 7 foot. He's got long legs. He's gonna pause. It's gonna happen. I think both players were fully in right of going for the ball. More substitutes for Chelsea. Yeah, he's the sort of youth to score, man. Is it Mark Gui, the Barcelona youngster they've signed? How many times, man? Fairy tale Davy. Jackson come off. You know what? If he plays his cards right here and you look half decent, you might start the next game. Is Caicedo coming off? I'm not sure why he zoomed in on Caicedo. Maybe it's just zoomed in on Caicedo. It definitely hurts. Yeah, no malice, just reactionary. I hear it. Dewsbury Hall's come on, so I assume that is why it's come off for Lavia. So you'd imagine Caicedo goes in the 6. Dewsbury Hall plays more of an 8. And obviously, you know, Guri goes up front. No clue why they're not showing the game, folks. Oh, we're back. Sanchez. Just under 25 minutes, folks. Left of this clash. Anyone's guess who wins this and what exactly happens, folks? Boy, you lot's guess is as good as mine. Boy, Chelsea on the ball here, folks. Dang. Boy. Crazy. Anyway, staying focused and not watching TikToks. Jeremy Doku. Guardiola. Plays a simple pass back to Diaz. I mean, Chelsea ain't been bad, but how many times am I going to keep saying that, man? Like, you need to fashion it. I mean, at this moment, it only... Big up you lot for hitting 100 likes, by the way. Only takes a moment to score. You score, you get a point. But not really... It takes one moment, but not creating enough. And ultimately, goals win games. What formation are Chelsea playing? You got Caicedo. No, Caicedo's still on the pitch. Caicedo the 6. Dewsbury Hall and Enzo midfield. Guardiola goes back to Edison. Edison has Diaz as an option. Finds Kovacic. Kovacic first time into Guardiola. Apologies, Diaz, who has found Guardiola. He's pumped it down the channel straight into a Chelsea shirt. Gusto can't get out of his feet and control it, but Chelsea still have the ball. Caicedo to Palmer. Won't say that too many times. Palmer's giving it away cheaply. Oh, is Kevin De Bruyne fouled there? Yes, he is. How it was that Fofana who made the foul? It was. He ain't been booked yet, has he? Sorry, lads, had to pick Pedro Porro for my squad. 5.5 is still. I've got him. DG, where's Lukaku? Is he still on holiday? He's not in the matchday squad. He's not in the matchday squad. So I don't really have a clue. I don't even know if he's been training with Chelsea. But we all know he hasn't. Unfortunately for him, if he cares, clear for everyone to see he hasn't got a future with Chelsea. Edison. Diaz. That's the thing about City. They're calm in possession. Even when there's every reason to panic. Phil Foden had no chance of winning that. Colwill. Caicedo has time to bring the ball down and pick an option. Finds Dewsbury Hall, who passes it to Pedro Neto. All the summer recruits getting game time at the moment. Caicedo. Enzo. To be fair, Dewsbury was a good signing for their squad. Pedro Neto. Enzo Fernandez. I think we're all waiting for him to pick a forward pass. Finds Gusto eventually. Caicedo. Fifana helps it on to Enzo Fernandez. And it's back on this left-hand side with Pedro Neto, folks. You know, I'm changing my score prediction. 1-1. Cucurella delivers. Edison flaps at it. Jeremy Doku, has he actually dealt with it? That was actually good from Doku. Again, because of the commentators gifted it back to Chelsea. Dewsbury Hall. But again, Chelsea taking too long to just fashion a shot. Kovacic trying to snap at it and win the ball back. Can't do such. Pedro Neto. Decent delivery, if I'm honest with you. Guardiola. Tries to hook it. Gets a lot of height, but not a lot of distance. As a Chelsea fan, why is Anthony Taylor officiating our games? Ridiculous, but somehow finds a way to win trophies. It's mad, isn't it? Mad pre-season vibes, no press attempts, everyone just knocking the ball around, nothing crazy. That's a good way of putting it, really. 20 minutes left. There's some positives to take from Chelsea, if it stays like this for Chelsea to take, but fundamentally, the new manager's reign has come off to an L. And there is that feeling of what if, personally, I think there's hands all over Haaland there. Has he actually been given a free kick or is it staying at a throw-in? I think it's been given as a throw. Yeah, man, you was here 2 minutes ago. Must admit, I thought there was more goals in this. Before the game, I don't even know if I said it, but I would have went with 2-1 either way. Okay, 1-1 now, man. Bit of a snooze first. Pre-season vibes indeed. Wesley Fofana in the wars with Haaland. Hooks it, but finds the City shot. That's the thing. City find a way of regaining the ball so high up the field. Kevin De Bruyne, to be fair to you, I can't tell Kevin De Bruyne anything about being in the final third. But what I can say as a neutral football fan, it felt like you could have passed that to Phil Foden. And maybe he puts that on it from the right-hand side, puts that on his favourite left and curls that into the near or far post. You went for the shot. For someone of your quality, equally, I can't tell you anything about finishing. But you need to hit the target there. Gui. Rico Lewis reads it well and does very well. He's a talented player, Lewis, man. Surely in line with an England call. I mean, there my guy goes. He's so unfortunate. And likewise, to be fair, it's good defending from Fofana to concede a corner. He's a good player, man. He's therefore a good player. What a guy. But it's still 1-0 to City. Oh, bit of argy-bargy with Enzo and Haaland. In this day and age, can you really put your arms on players in the corner, defending a corner? 2-1 Chelsea win. Come on, trust. Aye, man, I can't say trust. But yeah, how am I? It's always a pleasure to be here with you lot. Bit bored of the game, want to be entertained. Kevin De Bruyne's pass again. Terrible goal kick for Chelsea. Yeah, I thought these teams would go for it. Haaland and Enzo getting into verbal. No clue what they're saying. Could be arguing about rice and peas, for all I know. Kidney beans is better. No, kidney peas is. Ref has pulled the two lads together and told them less of that. 15 minutes left. Fofana. Colwill. Skips out Cucurella on this occasion. It's eventually found him. Sanchez. To be fair, Wesley Fofana's been a bit more adventurous in how he's trying to play. He's actually trying to get things going for Chelsea in his own way. Yes, the game is very boring. Hella boring. Hella boring. But this is football 90% of the time, man. I always say this, but how many games are actually entertaining in this day and age? This isn't one of them. To be fair, Brentford Palace was. It's a snooze fest, man. Absolute snooze fest. Only one way to wake myself up, and that's getting some of this. I hate this, but I've got it for free, so let's drink it. I actually just want to see a goal, man. At this point, nobody cares who scores, how they score, just that they score. Let's go. Let's grab that as well. Oh. The thing is, City are so good at managing games and not panicking. I'll always support you. I appreciate that. A man said, what have we eaten today? I've had chicken wings and rice, curry-go. I had chicken sausage for breakfast, chicken sausages, 4 eggs, 4 slices of toast. No, that's a lie. 6 actually. Some beans. A bit of chicken breast on my plate for no reason. Planting. Yeah. Had an ice cream. Had a fab lolly. Dewsbury Hall. I can't lie. He'll be a bit. Again, I have to say, he'll be a better signing for Chelsea than I think people make out. He's all right. But again, Chelsea moved the ball well. It looks like a lot of structure, but there's nothing in the final third. Will there be something now? Gusto Palmer, who saved Chelsea on many occasions, finds Gusto. Is it about to be 1-1? The ball's not gone out. It eventually has. Corner kick. Chelsea appeals for a penalty. That'd be a harsh one. Surprised they let Alvarez go. I am and I'm not. Pep, if you say you want to leave, Pep don't really put up much of a fight. All right, on your back then, safe. Pardon me. Surely they act in the market. I mean, technically they have. To be fair, if that's given against Kovacic, that's nonsense. VAR's having a look. It's booted into the guy's hand. Yeah, it's a corner's been given. I mean, VAR has to have a look. But come on. Do you really need VAR for that? And I don't care about Kovacic because you should have been given a red card in the game against Arsenal last season. You either should have been given a straight red, definitely for either. I can't remember the foul on Odegaard or Rice, but he stepped on someone's calf. And just those 2 yellows in particular. But if that's a penalty, the game's gone mad. No, hit his hand, no pen. It is his hand. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, it's a pen. I hear it. I'll be saying the same as well, but it's booted into his hand. There was a stage in the Premier League, either last season or the season before, penalties were being given left, right, and centre about that. And I think they changed it slightly. Yeah. I'd say game of the week out of all the football I've watched. To be fair, West Ham versus Villa was better in the second half for me. Say from start to finish, I'd say Palace. Good play by Pedro Neto, really. Palace Brentford. Guardiola wins the header. De Bruyne fighting to bring the ball under control. Can't. Good body shielding from Ben Chilwell. From Dewsbury Hall there. Ben Chilwell just came into my shot on my TV. I think he's at the game. His future is subject to speculation. I literally said it'd be safe. I said it'd be a penalty. If that happened to Arsenal, I said I'd be saying it's a penalty on a shameless one. But come on, that's not a pen, man. It's booted into his hand. Of course, if I supported Arsenal, I want that. I wouldn't be like pen. Dark arts would incline me to though. I'm saying it's a pen. The hell? I'm definitely saying that's a penalty if that's Arsenal. The game's the game. It's a dirty game, but do you hate the game or do you hate the players? Can't change the system, learn to play the system. Chelsea have had 7 shots, 2 on target. Manchester City have had 10 shots, 4 on target. It's been 52% possession in Manchester City's favour against 48 of Chelsea. So possession is tipped in the second half. Cucurella, I don't know if he's been stamped on or he's pulling up with cramp. But this is going to be a theme. It happened to a degree with Declan Rice. You've seen it on occasion here. It's going to happen. A lot of players are going to pull up with cramp as we just kick off the Premier League. And cramp's dangerous because I don't know, Cucurella going to soldier it or is that done? Yeah, it's done. Pedro Neto and Enzo, they both went. It's done. I don't know who's coming on that left back for these lot. Does Colwill go to the left-hand side? And you bring on another centre-half? I don't know, but who the hell is this? Chelsea fans, who the hell is this? Who is this? I don't know. Honestly, people, I don't know who's coming on. I can't keep up with Chelsea thingies. I need to see. I actually need to see his name. Who is this? Is that Vega guy? Vega guy? I don't not know. The fuck is this, lad? Cucurella's off. I can't lie. Who is this? Oh, Renato Vega. Here he is. Who? I mean, I'm sure he'd want to score in his debut. 11 minutes to have a dream debut. And the Cucurella just wanted to get an applause. As close as you get to being applauded for winning the Euros with these, though, isn't it? Bernardo Silva. Such a player. Guardiola. Doku, he's had a better game. Next Thiago Silva. Is he a centre half or a left back? I thought he's a left back. But if you're saying he's the next Thiago Silva, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this guy. Your new number 40. One love. Mark my words, Nkunku 90th, Neto 92nd. Be difficult for Nkunku to score, mate. He's not on the pitch. And last, I don't think Premier League's roll on subs. Well, maybe he might score 2 dramatic goals. Weirder things have happened in football. Foden helps it onto Bernardo Silva. Diaz. Second half's really been boring, ain't it? If he gets 250 likes and 70k subs, I'll buy a Lambo. Shh. Akanji. I wonder if Pep will bring on subs aimed at just wasting a bit more time. Bernardo Silva saved a couple of teammates there. Akanji's done very well for his team. City's found Rico Lewis. Haaland on your bike. This is Haaland doing that little sprint forward into an open space. One of the scariest things. I'm not sure what Foden was doing there, but Haaland had no chance. Dewsbury Hall. Pedro Neto. Oh, it's got out of play. I mean, Pedro Neto tried to be proactive about things. To be fair, shout out to Chelsea manager. You give what? Dewsbury Hall debut, Neto debut, Vega debut. Is that for someone else? Love your first start. I'll never give up, man. Can never give up with fans and supporters like yourself. Phil Foden. Rico Lewis. Akanji. Once again, back here with Edison. Probably not deserving of a clean sheet today, if I'm honest. Edison. It's gone long, but to who? Fair enough. To Jeremy Doku. That rhymes. Doku being fouled by Gusto. Good strength from him. Good strength. Good hold-up play, to be fair, from the Belgian winger. Silva. Kovacic. Skips past Enzo Fernandez. Palms it off to Phil Foden on his right-hand side. Foden. Is he going to give that left-back a welcome to the Premier League? Stops play. Plays it backwards to Kovacic. I see you're kind of boring, man. Lavia is generational. Let's hope he lives up to that. Neto will be a headless chicken in this squad. I wonder what it means for Mudryk, Madueke, Sterling's futures, if it does mean anything. Jeremy Doku. Not the worst of ideas, but it's into the hands of Sanchez. Was Sanchez part of the Spanish squad? I know Raya was there. Simone was there. I don't know if Kepa was there or Sanchez. One of you lot must have been there. Kovacic wraps it. Kovacic against his former club at his former stomping ground. It's written in the stars. The sucker punch. Chelsea 2. Sorry, City 2. Chelsea 0. Kovacic rarely scores, but when he does, they're dramatic. It's a good finish. It's kissed the post on its way in as well. City. Wait. Pardon me. And that's game, set, match. And it's all Chelsea's own doing. Fofana's ball was pounced upon initially by Kovacic. Kovacic just attacked the space and said, you know what? I'm going to buy a raffle ticket. If I'm harsh, I think it's a poor phase of play from Chelsea. If I'm very harsh, Caicedo chasing, every is poor. If it might have taken a slight deflection of Colwill, you know. But if I'm harsh, Sanchez is the last line of defense. Several Chelsea players have let him down. He's got a hand to it. Could he have done better? Should he have done better? Would he have done better? Doesn't matter. City are getting 3 points on their opening fixture. By 3-2 Chelsea. I wish I had your favour. It's looking like it's done. Game, set, match. Fat lady singing. DG, how do you feel that you're going to delete your YouTube channel at the end of the season when Jesus doesn't bag 15 goals? Sign up to my second YouTube channel, DG Sports Views, and I don't know. I never said. Did I say that? It might have been AI. Wait. Yeah, Sanchez, was you part of the Euro squad? Full squad. You must have, man. I don't think Kepa was there. Oh, no, you weren't. Kepa weren't there. Sanchez weren't there. It's just David Raya, Ramiro, whoever that is, and then there's Simone. Todd Burhe's left. Well, I say leave. He's left his seat and gone back into his box. Whatever that means. But he's probably seen enough. Or maybe he needs to go to the toilet. 4 minutes left, people. Excluded added on time. All Chelsea showed us is that they can be organised, but even Brentford and Wolves show that. You know what? In the circle, you and Social Joins, who's made that comment, you lot, you never mix your words. You're right, man. Modric hat-trick, right? Saw Caicedo get beat there. No one say anything. Caicedo, Enzo, Colwill, bro, several Chelsea players needed to do a lot better. Sanchez gets a hand to it. It's poor, man. It's all Fofana's doing, really. 2 poor moments from Chelsea. I've seen them concede, but this is the Premier League. You do them things, you get punished. Leeds United, best team in England. But I'm sure you hope you lot get promoted. You're going to have to deal with Somerville and Rota leaving. Maybe even Gonyanto. Gusto. Caicedo. Beating City at home ain't for everyone, man. Ain't for everyone, man. It's not for everyone, man. Not everyone can do clean sheets against City. It's not for everyone, man. It's proper not. Chelsea are losing. And I say the biggest disappointment if I was a Chelsea fan is, well, you ain't made Ederson do nothing. Ederson ain't had to do nothing today. Fernandes, Neto's been quite positive. Him and Palmer should swap. But Dewsbury Hall, Neto, this is actually good. Gui loses it. They're just playing anyone. Kovacic been good today. Nah, because like his City, mate, we need to play bad teams to build up. The benefit is, you know, the quicker you play City twice, well, you don't have to worry about it anymore. De Bruyne. Cole Palmer can't nick it there. Palmer looks done, to be honest. He looks knackered. To be fair, all the players out there probably knackered. Chelsea are a young group of potential. Hopefully it doesn't realise. We've only got 17 players at Leeds, 4 are kids. Gonna have to make it work, man. Championship is a nasty league to try and get out of. What is it, like 40 games? Nasty. And the Championship is harsh, man. Like, losing the playoffs like you lot did last year, it's got to suck, man. Like, it hurts. It's just levels at this moment. City are just sharper. Chelsea are trying to press. Some City are just getting out of it. De Bruyne. Doku's been better today. Sends Caicedo. I thought it was fouled there. He is fouled. Caicedo been chasing shadows, man. I'm sure you work at the Rio in Jamaica, man. And all the inclusive things. You work in the bar, Caicedo. This game is just old head experience. City had loads of spells just passing the ball around, saving energy, finding gaps. Man are saying Chelsea are a young team. These man same age as everyone else. One thing about Social James, he's going to run the agenda. Why Caicedo's been booked, but why does Sky Sports like to zoom in when people are blowing their nose? Ain't nobody try. We're trying to see Caicedo play football. We're definitely not trying to see his snot in his nose. Guardiola. I know Arteta wouldn't take this. Martinelli couldn't score last season. I know he wouldn't take this. Oh, Doku, that's naughty. You deserve a goal or an assist. He can't pick out someone. He's boying it. You know you're playing poorly when Doku looks half decent. That's got to be the first. Wait, who is he? Who's the fullback for Chelsea? Gusto. You've got to be the first kind of youngish player that Doku has looked decent over. Doku hasn't looked good against a fullback that is over the age of 26. There's a player in Doku, man. Man City stole the code from Palmer. Cole Palmer was really be cold. So a big game and he throws. It's crazy. Oh, that's a ball to Neto. Not with that first touch. Foden back in the B for once in his left. Mumsy looking at you mad, but yeah, the cross hasn't come. It went to minute 90. 5 minutes have been added on. They're just like a newly pieced together puzzle. I'm asleep now. Chelsea are winning the league, but Rodri ain't even playing. It's peak. When Rodri weren't playing against us, we got them 3 points. Villa losing to Fulham in the playoff almost bankrupt the club, heartbreaking, and then our current owners took over and upwards ever since. Excited to be Champions League a few years later. It's crazy, man. So Bernardo Silva, man of the match. He's been all right. He started well. Who would I give man of the match? Probably Rico Lewis or Kovacic, if I'm honest. That Salvini, you looked all right for a sec. Looks like he got injured, though. So that could be 2 City injuries to him and Oscar Bob. Obviously, we wish them the best. But any advantage you can get against City, the better. Fufano. It's one of them. I don't think there's a man of the match. Shrewsbury Hall. Neto. For the last couple of minutes, man, just put Palmer in midfield and just... Or you and Neto just swap, man. Let Neto... Because you don't want to do that. Let's let Neto wrap it on his left foot and hit it. Free kick to Chelsea. New team and manager every season. Cole Palmer should be called Pal. Boy. Like for Ronaldo, sub for Messi. You're a smart guy. Arsenal fans, if you don't hit the like button, Arsenal not winning the league. If you don't support Arsenal, we're winning the league if you do that. Cole Palmer hits it, lad. He does wrap it, but Edison's just seen it out for a goal kick. Palmer's better than that. Needs to hit the ball with some venom. I mean, it'd be impossible, but at least you give the fans something to shout about. You give the analytical department of City something to review. This is the calmest I've seen Pep Guardiola. Really, rarely seen him off his seat. Now he's there. Look, cameras are on. Boy, fun day out in London for the City, lads. There are some positives and some encouragements for Chelsea to take, but fundamentally you've lost. And 2 cheap goals, we've seen that. It's dumb because the goals separate teams, but apart from the goal, it's been quite even. But again, I guess that's the limits because at the end of the day, City haven't had to be at their best to beat them. It's just a professional performance. That could be the end of Jeremy Doku's day. He's getting cramp. Pep don't look like he's keen on making any subs at this moment in time. Surely he could bring on McCaitry for no reason. Grealish on the bench. Kyle Walker on the bench must be nice. You, man, always say Chelsea are the newly put together puzzles. You keep buying players and selling them and then blame continuity. Maybe the player's just not that good. When are you posting next? I'm going to watch the Arsenal game again so I can have informed opinions and I might go live. Definitely drop a reaction to the vid. But there's always live streams. Turn on your notification bells. De Bruyne. There's always things. Next week, obviously, we're going to watch Villa versus Arsenal together. What other games are next week? I said, let's laugh at Chelsea. I mean, I can't laugh at them for losing to City. This can happen to anyone, but agendas have to agenda. What games are next week in the Premier League? We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds. What games we got? Let's skip to next week. What is next week? Saturday. Oh, that's the 31st, so that's not going to help. 24th, that's what we want. Oh, we'll be watching Villa Arsenal. Probably watch Brighton Man United. Sunday, forget about it. It's Carnival weekend. Forget about it. Big up you lot watching Liverpool Brentford and that. Forget about it. I'm not watching that. Monday, oof. There's no Premier League. And then we go again. What's the following Saturday? 31st. That's Brighton for us. Might actually go to that game. And that's West Ham City. Oh, big save by Edison. Haaland took it personal against Cucurella. To be fair, they've kept Haaland relatively quiet, but Striker's done his job. He scored. Look at us, come a long way from lockdown Arsenal. Those days were dark. Hey, don't remind me. Don't remind me, man. Some Arsenal fans used to say Pablo Marie is better than Rob Holding. We've had some rubbish players in our time. Finally got half decent. It's got 6 seconds left. Gorey heads it on. Brought down by Diaz. Easiest clean sheet City will keep. And that's the end of it. Battle of the Baldies has seen Pep Guardiola claim 3 points on one of his ex-proteges. I do think there's some positives. There was a bit more organisation and structure from Chelsea. They did compete. They weren't battered, but they made 2 mistakes. City scored, and City didn't need to be at their best to win. It was just a professional performance. Pardon me. Kovacic has come back to strike his old club, and there you have it, really and truly, folks. But Chelsea won the transfer window, DG. All fun and games until a ball has to get kicked. The only thing these guys look forward to is a transfer window. I hear it. I support Arsenal, but we're going to lose against Aston Villa. Hopefully not. Don't worry, guys. João Felix and selling Sterling will fix this. Just buy more players. Screw the Blues regardless. Chelsea need proper structure and shape. Looks like they found a manager. But I mean, you can't just put together a team and expect results overnight. But hey, I hear it. But at the end of the day, as an Arsenal fan, you always want Chelsea to lose. Chelsea have lost, folks. So, yeah, Manchester City, courtesy of Kovacic and Haaland, have won their first game of the season. They've also kept a clean sheet. Manchester City 2, Chelsea 0. As usual, big up you lot, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. Big up you two lot who have smashed the like button and commented. Don't forget to turn on your notification bells. And on that note, Chelsea looked like they needed individual brilliance. They could have done with me.
Against this right back, Charlie.